Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Mommysentiments. My name is Danielle and I'm super excited that you decided to tune into this video. Before we jump into the topic, if you can do a huge favor for me and hit that subscribe button so I can stay in touch with you all. And don't forget to give this video a quick thumbs up to send this more out into the YouTube world so others can give this video a chance. So diving right into the video, I am currently 27 weeks and 1 day pregnant today, which means I am in my final week of my second trimester. The countdown is on for real. Recently, for some odd reason, I've been going back and forth on whether I want to do a repeat C-section because I do have a daughter who's 5 years old and she was delivered via C-section, or if I want to attempt to do a VBAC. If you don't know what a VBAC is, VBAC is vaginal birth after cesarean. Nowadays, a lot of doctors are saying that it's completely safe. They're pushing for it more. You do have a little sprinkle of doctors who still won't do a vaginal birth after you've already had a C-section, but it's becoming more of the norm. For me, when I found out I was pregnant, I immediately was like, I'm gonna have a second C-section, and that was it. I spoke to the doctors and just like my 6-week appointment, and even just when they were talking to me about having to schedule out a C-section, they basically told me that my next pregnancy I would also have to have another C-section. Again, that was over 5 years ago, so now VBACs are more normal for sure, and I'm pretty sure they were good back then as well. But certain doctors, and still today, they won't attempt to do a VBAC. They will only do a C-section. In my mind, because I had spoken to that doctor when I was pregnant with Chloe, when I was getting birth, it was just automatic for me that if I ever got pregnant again, that delivery will also be a C-section. That has been what has been foremost in my mind. I did not want another kid, honestly. At that point, now I'm like super excited that I'm getting my boy. But in my mind, I automatically just knew I was gonna have a C-section. So when I first found out I was pregnant, it was kind of like a no-go. The doctor that I had previously, because I just changed doctors, I'll do a new video about that. But when he asked me whether or not I was gonna try a vaginal birth or if I was gonna do another C-section, I just said a C-section. He didn't give me any information about it. When I asked him, like, well, what do you suggest or whatever, he was just like, it's whatever you're comfortable with. And I was like, okay. So there was no real conversation with him either about it. And so I just went ahead and decided, whatever, I'm going to stick to the C-section. Another thing was just considering this pregnancy has been like a roller coaster for me. And I feel like all pregnancies are. But I feel like emotionally, mentally, I've just been really stressed some of this pregnancy and trying to figure that out. And I just want the day of my delivery to be smooth. I'm well aware of all the risk that comes with this C-section. But for me, just waking up and saying, today is the day I'm going to have my baby, right? Not risking hours and hours and hours of labor, and then for them just to tell me that I have to have a C-section anyway. I felt like I have some type of measure of control with this. That me and my boyfriend would wake up, would be like, this is the day we'll have our baby. We'll take out my 5-year-old to my mom's house, and we'll be good to go, and we'll be happy and blissful and all that stuff. C-sections do not take that long for the baby to get here. So that's that. Recovery is horrible. So that was kind of one of the things that I was like, I don't really want to go through the recovery again either. But peace of mind for me was what I was leaning to. And that was my decision. But about 2 weeks ago, so I had a little scare and I ended up in the emergency room. So when I was in the triage area, there was another lady literally right next to me. I promise I wasn't intentionally trying to be nosy, but it's literally just a curtain separating us. So I couldn't help but overhear what was happening. So her water had broken. She was 6 centimeters dilated, and I believe she had a C-section scheduled for the next week. When the doctor came in, the doctor was like, you're literally in active labor. Your baby is in a really good position. You're already 6 centimeters dilated. A vaginal birth could work for you. Do you want to give it a try? And she was like, nope, I'm going to stick to my C-section. And for me, I was thinking like, wow, I hadn't even considered going into labor before my C-section. And I know, like, as much research as I do, I honestly didn't really consider possibly going into labor before my actual C-section. I know this doctor, my previous doctor, has scheduled my C-section for, I believe, February 17th. My due date is February 24th. So it's kind of like a week before. And I'm like, man, you could really go into labor like 2 weeks before. So that's a real possibility. But I just started considering, like, if I go into labor before my scheduled C-section date, what am I going to do? If I get there, my doctor's like, look, you're 6-7 centimeters dilated, you're having contractions, your baby's not breech, you're healthy, you can push this baby out. Am I going to change my mind, or am I going to stick to the C-section? So that has been something that has really been like heavily on my mind. I am going to have a doctor's appointment tomorrow with my new OB, and I'm going to have a real conversation with her. She's a lot nicer, more personal than my previous doctor. So I'm going to have a conversation to really get her take and really assess the risk, the pros, the cons, and all of that of a VBAC or a repeat C-section. Looking on Google, you get tons of both answers. Some people say that a VBAC is safer than a repeat C-section. Some people say repeat C-sections are safer because you don't risk the uterine rupture and all of that stuff. So it goes back and forth, and it has my decision going back and forth. But as of right now, I'm deciding that I'm still going to stick with the repeat C-section. But in the event that I go into labor before my scheduled date, I think a VBAC will be optional. And I know you're like, so you didn't make no decision, did you? I did. I'm standing firm on I'm going to do a repeat C-section. But if it just happens, again, things happen, my water breaks. By the time I get to the hospital and they see me and they say like I'm this far along, then it's possible that I'm going to do a VBAC. If that changes in between time, because I'm pregnant and I'm a lady and it is my right to change my mind as much as I like until it's too late to do so, I will update you guys on that. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have had a previous C-section and had a successful VBAC, let me know how that went, what made you decide to do that. If you had a repeat C-section, let me know what the recovery was like for that. I hear mixed reviews on that. Some people say that the second C-section was a lot easier, which for me makes sense because mentally you're more prepared, and you kind of know what to expect and how to work through the pain and all that stuff. But others say that it was worse than before. So please let me know your thoughts on it, because clearly my decision is not really a decision. It's still leaning both ways. But thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. I hope you all have a wonderful day and enjoy your Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving is what? 2 days away? Oh, I can't wait. I'm so hungry just thinking about it. But anyway, have a blessed day, a great day, a successful day, and I wish you all the best.